much of a public speaker, so this will be brief. Deity. All right, now. The foursome that was Rob, Steve, Mike, and I was like the odd couple times 2 raised to the second power. Rob was our unbridled optimist. If I thought we wouldn't make payroll, if Mike thought we couldn't support more products, if Steve thought we were failing, Rob was equally sure we would succeed. I guess now I'll need to go on to therapy. Rob's diagnosis and illness was the acid test for his optimism. To be honest, I have never been close to someone who was given such a devastatingly bleak sentence. I was continually astonished at Rob's ability to maintain, or at least to return to an upbeat and cheerful manner in the face of such day in and day out treatment regimes, setbacks, pain, and in the end, declining condition. I don't know how he did it. Sometimes I didn't know why. But one big result of his optimism was that it gave all those around him hope, and therefore the ability to carry on, without which these last 20 months would have been agony for the rest of us. For this, and for so much more, I thank you, Rob. And yes, we will carry on, and we will succeed. And thanks to all the rest of you, too. Deity.
Rob was my friend. He was a remarkable person in a great many ways. But for me, one way in particular stood out. More than anyone I ever knew, Rob expended great energy in making sure that those around him received praise and credit and recognition for their efforts, for their achievements, and for the accomplishments to which they had contributed. As president and as the head of sales at Will's Wing, Rob was in a position such that attention and recognition tended to flow naturally in his direction. But he persisted in redirecting it towards others. He was unusually generous in this regard. Simply put, he made other people feel good about themselves. I came across a quotation the other day. I had seen it before, but when I read it recently, it made me think of Rob. It's from a speech given by Theodore Roosevelt at the Sorbonne in Paris in April of 1910. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or how the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself for a worthy cause, who, at the best, knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat. I don't know what happens when people die. I don't know where Rob's place is now that he is no longer among us. But I suspect, wherever it is, that in that place there are no timid souls. I'd like to introduce Rob's very close friend and one of the founders of Will's Wing, Chris Wills.